This weekend, Buffalo Niagara Honor Flight takes off in its first ever all-female mission.
I know, isn't this just incredible? Dozens of local veterans will travel to the nation's capital on Saturday. And here to talk about this is Donna Quigley and Nancy Fredrickson from Buffalo Niagara Honor Flight. Thank you both so much for joining us. Why don't you just start off by telling everybody who may not know, we know, right, what Buffalo Niagara Honor Flight is all about?
So we take veterans to Washington to see the memorials and monuments dedicated in their honor. So this particular flight, it's all females. So we're giving the females the whole experience with their own, so they can do their own healing and closure together.
Incredible.
And I see your pink shirts. These are new. Love it. Explain why this was something you guys really wanted to do. Was this something that was asked for? Is this something that, you know, women thought they would be more comfortable with other women?
A little bit of both. We've usually had a few women on the flights. We generally take between 35 and 40 veterans on a trip, and about 95% are men. Well, we realized that women are not getting the recognition and the support that they receive for their service. So about a year ago, one of the things that several of us had read is called a book called The Women by Kristen Hanna, which talks about women in Vietnam. We figured it is time for us to have an all-female flight, to have these women recognized for what they put themselves through for the country.
Amazing. Thank you for doing this. Really, thank you.
Yeah, that is incredible. And what does this mean to the women who are taking part in that? And, you know, and what you've heard in the community about putting this extra focus on female veterans. You don't hear many people doing that. That's got to be quite incredible for the women that are going to take part in this.
Yeah, it really is. We've gotten great feedback. We met with all the women and their guardians. Women who are on the flight always have a guardian with them. It can be a friend, a relative, another veteran, because we want them to experience this not only with other veterans, but share their experiences with people, especially family members that probably have no idea about what they went through serving for this country.
Are there any memorials that are women specific that you're going to visit that maybe you wouldn't have visited on past flights?
Well, not that we wouldn't have visited, but we made sure it was a focal point. So the Women's Memorial at Arlington. So we're going to stop there. We're going to have lunch there. We're going to spend a good chunk of time there. And then the changing of the guard also, that's something we always do. But we have a wreath laying this time. So we're going to have some women do that as well. So it's extra special experiences in the whole experience. So that's what we're aiming for.
Yeah, it's a good time to go, too. I can't tell you. It feels like every time I end up in Arlington National Cemetery, it's in the middle of the summer and all that walking and everything. So this is actually a really good time to go. What else do you plan on doing while you're there to recognize, honor, and commemorate, you know, the service to this country? Not everybody can serve, so it really says something about, you know, the person for putting their, you know, their country before themselves, right?
Well, one thing we did for this trip, it's all women. So when women, guardians, veterans, media, volunteers, medics, everyone that we could get that was a woman, we tried to make sure that it was a woman inclusive experience.
Not just the veterans, but everybody.
Yes,
wow.
yes. So yeah, that's what we did to individualize this trip. A lot of the same memorials and monuments that we visited with a co-ed trip, we're still doing, but we're making it that extra special women experience.
I just love that.
I want to shout out our crew that goes with you guys, Allison Stabell, our amazing photographer and editor, and Jordan Norquist, our anchor, who have really taken this under their wing and have gone on a lot of these with you. So that's the female part of it as well.
Yeah.
There's a welcome home celebration on Sunday. We would love for the community to show up to this. They do time and time again. They cheer them on as they're getting off the plane. What time should they show up to the airport for that?
The plane lands about 8:25, but we recommend people PM. Sorry,
okay.
Yes, it's two full days, Saturday and Sunday. So yes, the plane lands. We're hoping at 8:25, but people can be there about a half an hour beforehand. That would be great. Parking at the airport, you know, it's $5 an hour, whatever it is, but it's certainly well worth anybody coming out. We do have the 35 veterans. We have got 4 Korean, 3 Cold War, and the remainder pretty much veterans from the Vietnam era.
Wow.
Wow.
Wonderful. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank you.